And you'll see it, my friend, when you see that main event match that we have coming up today. That's the barbed wire match with the fabulous ones, with Paul Diamond over on their side of the ring going against Butch Miller, Crazy Luke Williams, and Jonathan Boyd, the Sheepherders, all inside the barbed wire. Now, that's only one of several bouts that we're going to be having. We're also going to be reviewing the history of Jeff and Billy as the Southern Tag Champs and their feud with Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath. We'll be taking a look at an outstanding match between Jerry Lawler and Boy Tony. That was a dandy. In addition to that, you will be seeing the Hunter go against Soul Train Jones. As a matter of fact, we just happen to have a whale of a lot of good action lined up for you today, and I think it's something you're going to want to stay tuned for. We'll take time out. Be back with the action in just a moment. Mountain, Georgia, going against the international heavyweight title holder from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Soul Train Jones. Hunter's saying, he ain't nothing, I backed him up. Soul Train, quite a specimen himself, and he proves it. Well, both of them specimens, no two ways about it. Soul Train a little bit bigger. Train scooped up by the Hunter and pounded down center of the ring. And now Soul Train returns the favor as he bounces the Hunter off his back in the center of the ring. Complaining about pulling the tights, referee Frank Morrell not hearing any part of it. Soul Train with a good solid scoop and body slam. Yeah, look at the Hunter. Quick off the mark as he takes that arm and twists that big arm of Soul Train Jones. And Soul Train reverses him, and it's done to him again. This time the Hunter over and down, and the arm is dropped on as Soul Train. Both legs this time. Should be quite a scrap. Hunter would be the underdog as Soul Train holding the international heavyweight belt with some great defenses. He's proved his mettle. Well, he proved it when he took that belt away from Big Bubba. Not many people gave him much chance, but he used a combination of his strength and his speed with Bubba. Train slips out from under the side headlock. Referee said it's all fine. Frank Morrell, a referee, sympathizing with the short haircut of Soul Train. Frank's is cut even shorter. Side headlock. Squeezing the Hunter, but he's not able to hold him. It's hard on the ears. But Train got out of it. gets into the action between Soul Train Jones and the Hunter. Keep your eye on that Bambi every now and then. She's one that can interfere very quickly. We've seen her grab some legs and various things in some of the Hunter's matches. Look at the Hunter trying to squeeze out of it. He's got a haircut like Frank Morrell's, but it's not doing him much good. His train bending down with those big guns of his. Boy, he is squeezing off on that head. Hunter back to his feet and shakes Soul Train, but takes a shoulder in return. Approaching the 5-minute mark, and Soul Train Jones secure in another side headlock on the Hunter. Ooh. Hunter trying to follow it up, puts a foot right on the throat using the ropes. And the referee's telling him to back up. About to count him into a disqualification. Soul Train under the rope, so he's not going to get a pin on him from that position. As Train down on the deck, now is caught by Bambi, who gouges those nails at his face, right at the eyes. 5 minutes past, 5 minutes to wrestle, 5 minutes past. Double hands him right under the chin, and down goes Soul Train. But he kicks his way out of it. Mild complaint about the count by referee Frank Morrell. Reverse neck breaker. Jones being topped by the Hunter, but only for a 1 count. Clubbing with that forearm. 4 minutes to go. Soul Train double-handed that time again, put back down on the mat. Woo! What a drop kick. Boy, he just went straight up in the air, very close to Jones. Got a 2 count, almost a 3. He stunned him with that drop kick. It was just about lights out for Soul Train. He was that close to it. Hammered back into the corner, and Soul Train Jones in as much trouble as we've seen him in. Just barely slipped out of the way. Still staggering. He nails the Hunter solidly. The elbow puts the Hunter on his back. Train picks him up, whips him across the ring, catches him with that clothesline, and a kick out. Train with a headbutt. Back towards the Hunter's corner. Look out for Bambi. She goes for the legs. And the referee sees it. It's going to be a disqualification on the Hunter. The winner by disqualification, Soul Train Jones. Disqualification at 7:39. The winner, Soul Train Jones. Okay, big Wednesday night action at Evansville Coliseum, brother. You got one coming up downtown. Bruno's hair will be going in the match when Bubba and Goliath go against Jarrett Travis.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something, Evansville, Indiana. You saw Jarrett Travis make me a cake made out of X-Lax. You saw them punch me in the face. But you ain't going to see them shave my head, and we're going to walk out of there with the Southern Tag Team titles. That's about all I got to say to these hillbillies.
Evansville may see it. Ball Bruno will see. Hey, listen, there's going to be a match between the world champion, Nick Bockwinkel, and Soul Train. The champ had this to say.
Mr. Lawler, maybe what Mr. Rich and Mr. Idle said, you may be an ingrate. Now, I don't offer my services cheaply. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. to come and give you some assist. So Soul Train Jones, as the championship committee, has seen fit that you have a shot at the heavyweight champion of the world, and I'm sure you realize that the problems I had with Mr. Lawler is just part of the overall experience that I have under my belt. So bring all your muscles, all your strength, bring everything you've got, dig, claw, and scratch. I want to keep the heavyweight title.
Following the world title match with Soul Train, you'll see a tag match you will not forget. It will be Idle and Rich going against the King, Jerry Lawler, and Bam Bam Bigelow. Idle and Rich had these comments to make about the match.
I told you, Jerry Lawler, you couldn't trust Nick Bockwinkel. I'm going to tell you now, too, you can't trust Bam Bam Bigelow. You're a fool, Lawler. Look at the list, and the list is endless. Idle, Rich, Valiant, Dundee, and the list goes on and on. Bockwinkel, and now it's going to be Bigelow. You have no friends. Nobody likes you, Lawler, and I'm at the top of the list. As a matter of fact, I hate your stinking guts. You're not a man, Lawler. You're only half a man now. And I'm going to tell you one thing. When Tommy Rich and the greatest all-around athlete, yours truly, walk down that aisle to face you and Bigelow, the biggest surprise in your life awaits you. Promise.
That's what should be. Boy Tony and Bruno over on the left of your screen. Boy Tony out of St. Louis, Missouri, 241 pounds. Over on the right, Memphis, Tennessee, 234 pounds. The King, Jerry Lawler. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Hey, Paul, take his dress off.
Bell sounds, and here we go. Here we go is right. Boy, Lawler is out of there storming. Now, Jerry's trademark is, and he doesn't mean it to be that way, but it just seems like it. Jerry's normally a slow starter, isn't he, Dave?
Yes, he is. However,
Bruno may have brought out the best in him.
he may have brought out the best, the best in him, and also, last few matches, Lawler has come out kind of with a mission. Hasn't been quite that slow getting going. He's got, boy, Tony backed into the ropes here, fires him into the ropes across the way.
Tony saw him when he was coming out of the slingshot effect there and grabbed a hold of the ropes, and that saved a big knot on the jaw.
I didn't see him doing either one at that particular time, however, Bruno.
How about running after? That's a third.
Running after boy Tony, that's right.
Bruno getting a little warning from the King. Bruno, by comparison, is almost dressed up today, Dave. You notice that?
Yeah.
He's got a neat little hat on. And
Yeah, some boots, yeah.
not quick enough.
What a giant mistake boy Tony just made. Tony is not that fast anymore with all that weight he carries around. And Lawler saw him coming a long way off and just moved. Minor setback, says Bruno.
Certainly. Well, Lawler right after Bruno. Okay.
Lawler, Boy Tony back into the turnbuckles. Referee Jerry Calhoun says, King, you got a break. We want him out of the corner. Lawler fires him across the way. Hey, Tony moved, but Lawler caught himself.
Not legal, but it sure was pretty.
Boy Tony says, hey, look how smart I am. Lawler says, not so fast. Downtown Bruno wandering around down at ringside here, the manager of Boy Tony. Tony hanging back close to the corner, crowd getting on him. I think they called him Fatty, weren't they?
Gee, I don't know why. The King enjoyed that one. Now the referee's kind of doing a number on him. Telling him about using the fist. And that will not slow him down.
Tony wants to be declared the winner here. He said, hey, he hit me with a fist, and you should disqualify him immediately, referee. Referee Calhoun had to have warned Lawler about using the fist already. Oh.
Waiting the right hand. Tony popped him a good one, but Lawler came right back and blasted him one.
Do is punch. If that all he knows how to do is punch, I'm sick and tired of the fist. He don't know how to do nothing but punch. He can't wrestle. He should be a boxer. I'm sick of the fist. I'm tired of the fist. Come on, I'm gonna leave Jerry Lawler. I'm sick of it.
You're not nearly as tired of it as Boy Tony is, Bruno. Oh, they got the weasel chant going.
Drops down. The fist was doubled again, and again the referee is warning him about it.
Third time he's been on Jerry about using that fist.
We have passed the 5-minute mark in this one. Lawler, Boy Tony, with downtown Bruno at Boy Tony's corner. Oh! Another mistake by Boy Tony. Lawler moved, and Tony's fist was just rammed right into the mat.
Yeah, he was hammering him. Yeah. Really going to hammer him. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Boy Tony and Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh! Look out. Bruno from outside with a choke on the King. After Boy Tony had hit him with a fist.
You're asking for it, Bruno.
Lawler hit again by the right fist. Boy Tony. Ooh, he really unloaded on him that time. Another right hand. Look out.
Comes the strap.
Bruno trips him. Look out. Boy Tony drops down. Lawler had moved. Whoa.
We said you were asking for it, Bruno. Sunset flip. Lawler's got him. 2, 3. Yeah.
King gets him, but look out. Goliath. And Big Bubba out here. Goliath in the ring. He takes a swing at Lawler. Here's Big Bubba. Big Bubba got him. Look out. Bubba and Goliath. Double teaming on Lawler. Lawler moves and they run together. And the King out of the ring leaves both of the super heavyweights lying here. Lawler with the victory in the match, 6 minutes, 59 seconds, and the victory after the match, too.
He's in there messing up our cake and all. Dave, thank you, guys. Well, what you're saw right there was downtown Bruno following an incident where Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis had fixed Bruno for interfering with a little special celebration that we had going on, and you ended up putting his face in the cake, and it must have been fun, even though we didn't get a chance to eat the cake.
That's right, Lance, and I want to apologize right now. That was your cake, and on your...
But I'm glad he was ruining it anyhow.
That's right, Lance. It was on your 20th anniversary show, and we're proud to have you all on the show. But Bruno comes out there, tries to stick his nose in your business, and me and Billy just saw a place to get in there and get it, Bruno.
Oh, you had him covered up good, too. I love it.
He looked good with that cake on, didn't he, Lance?
Yeah, but that wasn't the end of it, because as you guys well know better than I do, before that program was over with, he mustered his forces back there, Big Bubba and Goliath and all. You guys were involved in a match, and he interfered with that match. Let's take a look at a few seconds of it.
Look out, here comes Goliath and Bubba jumping in there. Robertson holding up Travis. Now Goliath working on it. He's got a chain. He was hammering him with a chain. Bubba with Jeff Jarrett back in the corner.
Yeah, look at the chain Goliath has got there, too, and Bubba just nailed Jeff. Well, of course, Bruno, not one to let things pass by. He had it on his mind to get back at you guys, so he got Goliath and he got Bubba, and they interfered in your match, and bang, knocked and busted you open and that kind of... It's gotten to the point now where really the Southern Tag titles are not the most important. It's gotten to be a very personal thing between the five of you in there, and that's taken the place, really, of the title quest.
Exactly, Lance. As you said, the belts, they're important, but our personal feelings have overcome the situation of the belts. Those guys, they come in on our match. You know, Bruno knew right then and there when we put his face in the cake, he was going to get us back. But those guys, they're taller than 6'5", 6'6", and way over 400 pounds apiece.
Apiece, right.
But these guys are supposed to be big and bad, but they got to bring chains in there. But me and Billy have learned something, Lance. If they're going to want to bring chains, me and Billy will bring chains. If they want to bring a bat, we'll bring a bat. And I guarantee you, this thing isn't over, and it's going to come down to a big, screeching fight, I guarantee.
Listen, Billy, it seems like, and I'm not knocking it, I can appreciate this, but being the young wrestlers that you are, that it's important for you and Jeff to prove that nobody's going to push you around. I don't care how big they are.
You know, that's right, Lance. You know, the belts, it's a lot of prestige with the belts, but when somebody does something like that to you, you just got to fight back and prove yourself, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Well, I think one of the things we've talked before the interview in there, that if you let guys like this, regardless of how big, get away with something like that, then everybody else is thinking they're going to do it too.
That's right, Lance, and we're going to put a stop to it right now.
Golly, I'll tell you, I can believe it, because I've really been proud of you and all. Jeff and Billy, thank you for talking with us about it. Right now, let's go up and join some action that's already in progress. You're going to like this one.
Jimmy Snuka helping his partner King Cobra back into the ring. Here comes Shima from outside. Runs him into the steel railing at ringside. King Cobra down. Tarzan Goto and Shima doing some damage on King Cobra. Superfly Jimmy Snuka coming around. Tojo Yamamoto at ringside with that kendo stick. Shima inside the ring trying to nail Snuka. Here comes Tarzan Goto. Mid-South Coliseum, Memphis, Tennessee. King Cobra in a lot of trouble. Tojo Yamamoto with a kendo stick interfering in the match. Once again, Tojo Yamamoto with his typical interfering tactics. Cobra
outside the ring. He really needs in the ring where he gets a chance to get a tag. Outside the ring, there's no way he can tag Snuka. The Superfly ready to get in there. Tarzan Goto with that big chop puts the King Cobra down. Referee Frank Morrell. International tag titles, and here comes Shima, Mr. Rising Sun, back in the ring, and he goes after the mouth and the eyes of King Cobra. The referee warning him, threatens the disqualification. The Japanese tag team, very, very rugged. Goto from outside. Shima still the legal man in. Frank Morrell wanting him to stay in his corner. There's another check. Tojo once again nails him with that kendo stick. Tojo, a major factor in this match. Several times he's interfered. Another chop by Shima. Goes up on the second rope. Once again, he catches King Cobra. He goes for a count of one, count of two. Here comes the Superfly in to break it up. A tag on Tarzan Goto. Goto comes in. A very good tag team. Have to give the devil their due. Goto and Shima very rugged as Goto continues to really pound away at King Cobra. Cobra really needs a tag. And Goto continues the punishment. That's the thing about Tojo Yamamoto's team. They continue and continue the punishment and won't give you a break at all. Choking there. As he breaks that up, it gives Shima a chance to get him from behind as Goto going after Snuka and Shima choking him in the corner. Referee Frank Morrell still with Goto and Snuka. Tojo Yamamoto close to the action. Referee Frank Morrell comes over, and Tarzan Goto still with King Cobra in the corner. But Cobra fires back with the right fist. Shima from behind nails him. I thought that Cobra was going to have a chance to maybe get over and get a tag, but Shima stops it. Goto picks him up again. Whoa, what a vicious kick that puts him down. Another tag by the Japanese International Tag Team Champions. Shima back in. Sends him in. Puts Cobra down to the canvas. A kick. And Cobra trying to get back in this match. But Shima all over him. Henry Superfly Snuka for several minutes been outside. King Cobra trying to get over that corner, but another tag. Tarzan Goto comes in, nails him with a chop, goes for a pin. 1, 2. And King Cobra at the count of 2 able to kick out on the second rope. And a block. And Cobra catches him. Tarzan Goto down. King Cobra down. Maybe this is a chance that he'll have to make the tag. Goto comes over, goes for a chop. King Cobra moves, and he makes it to the corner, over the top rope. Here comes the Superfly. Jimmy Snuka going after Tarzan Goto, puts him down. He nails Shima. Rams their head together, both of them down. They got from behind, but here comes King Cobra. He goes after Shima. Tarzan Goto after the Superfly into the rope. A shoulder smash that puts the Superfly down. Super move by Snuka. Another one. Look at that. Back again, and he nails him a big chop. Superfly Snuka snatches him up, and a backbreaker. And here the Superfly goes for his famous press from the top rope. The referee's back is turned. Tojo Yamamoto in with that kendo stick. From behind, the Superfly catches him. A disqualification there for the interference. The Superfly flings Tojo Yamamoto down. He goes over. Shima on the top rope. He body slams him in the center of the ring. The Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, has a chance Japanese team in trouble. The winners, the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, and King Cobra. Now Snuka going after Tojo Yamamoto, who had that stick. And using on King Cobra, there's Cobra. Once again, by disqualification, your winners, the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, and King Cobra by a disqualification.
And this match is going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing a total of 474 pounds out of Bartlett, Tennessee, the Bryant brothers, Robert and Randy. And going against them in a total of 821 pounds. From Atlanta, Georgia, Big Bubba. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Goliath.
Miami, Florida. Big Bubba's from Miami, Florida.
Big Bubba's from Miami, Florida.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I know.
Downtown Bruno is over here at the table. He is out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, too.
That's exactly.
Don't you hate it when Bruno's right?
I sure
Boy,
do.
I do. It's rare, I can tell you that.
Once a lifetime we'll give it, right?
Yeah.
I'm always right. That's called well done, not rare. Look at this guy in here. Give me a break. Give me a break. Look at these two punks. I wish we had some competition on television. You know what I mean? There is no competition here. And what little competition there is, we're going to eliminate it. Then we're going to make a challenge, like I said before, and I'll say it again, to anybody that wrestles, that boxes, that fights, plays football, plays frisbee, plays checkers. We want to fight you. We want to hurt you. We want to eliminate the competition. Get all the belts. Then we'll just shine them up, give them to our female friends, let them shine them up for us. And maybe we'll just have to go around beating up on each other because there ain't nobody else for us to beat up on. Maybe we'll beat up on you and Dave Brown. Whatever. Maybe we'll beat up on Jerry Calhoun just for fun. Maybe we'll just tear this ring down with our bare hands and leave it laying there so nobody else can wrestle. Then we might have to beat up these guys on the concrete or wherever this surface is. You know what I'm saying, Lance Russell?
Hey, Bruno, I don't want to be rude or anything, but you know, you don't have to talk all the time. You could let us do a little commentary.
What if I told you I got paid by the word? Would you believe me?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I believe it. And this is the man who said to me, I'm concise when I talk. I'm concise.
I am, brother. To the point, baby. To the point. Look at this. Speaking of to the point, see this guy in the ring, he was saying earlier how he was a good wrestler. You know, I overheard him talking. He didn't think I was around. He said he was a good wrestler. And you know what? He has a point there. But see, the way he comes his hair, you really can't notice it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, obviously the Bryant brothers were the major task when you face a couple of guys who are as huge as Big Bubba and Mighty Goliath.
It gets boring watching this because I'm used to seeing these guys destroy their competition. I mean, the Downtown Connection got them 4-2 Kane strategies, you understand? So I kind of amuse myself by looking at all these funny-looking people in the crowd because I never seen so many ugly women and buck-tooth varmints in my whole life as I do out here today in this audience. I mean, come on. Everybody in this crowd, everybody, I'm talking about every single solitary person in this crowd has buck teeth, Lance Russell. Did you ever notice that? Everyone in the South has buck teeth. You got buck teeth. Why is it that everyone has buck teeth in the South? Tell me. Tell me.
Oh, boy.
Answer me. Why do they all have buck teeth?
Quit it, Bruno. You know you're just sitting here making up stuff and trying to make people mad and doing a good job of it.
They look like a bunch of beavers. They look like they should be gnawing on trees.
Mighty Goliath pounds Robert down on the mat.
He has a name, Robert. Maybe they should wind him up a little bit.
It happens to be Robert and Randy Bryant. Just
cousins of Jerry Bryant, another loser, or what? Tell me. Look at this. Look at this. Here it comes, baby. Here it comes.
Oh. Mighty Goliath off that rope, and that's it. 1, 2, 3. Well, we weren't too surprised that the winners were Mighty Goliath and Big Bubba over the Bryants, and the time, what was it?
Time was 3 minutes 54 seconds, and again, overpowered.
The official winners, Big Bubba and Mighty Goliath.
Oh, yeah, Wednesday just gets that much closer than the last few minutes ago that we talked to you, and I can tell you I am looking forward to it. One of the matches is going to be a Southern Tag title match. Jeff and Billy are charged with the responsibility of beating Bubba and Goliath, so downtown Bruno loses that hair, Jeff.
That's right, Lance. I think Bruno's gone a little bit too far. He's put his hair on the line to get a title shot, and there's nothing Billy and myself would better like to see when Bruno's with a bald head.
Ooh,
That's right.
People love that.
Lance, get ready because Bruno This is what you're going to get.
Clip, clip, clip coming up Wednesday night. World Heavyweight Championship match. It's got to be a dream answered for Soul Train Jones. You'll be in there with tough Nick Bockwinkel.
How you doing, Lance? Yes. The World Heavyweight Champ, Nick Bockwinkel, showed his true colors last week. But in Evansville, Nick Bockwinkel will no longer be champion.
Well, good luck to you. That's all I can say. The international champ, Soul Train Jones against Bockwinkel. And then the final match. Idle and Rich, together. On the other side of the ring, can you listen to this? The King, Jerry Lawler, and his partner, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Lance, I'm sure at this point people are saying, is there anybody that you can find as a partner that you can trust? You know, first of all, it's Austin Idle, then Tommy Rich, and now Nick Bockwinkel. I want you to know, Bockwinkel, that I'm gonna pay personal attention to your match there Wednesday night too, brother. And what you did is gonna be stored right in the back of my mind, and I got something for you coming too. But Austin Idle and Tommy Rich, the time for just looking for partners that can hold up their end and not get pinned is over with. I'm looking for partners now that can hurt somebody, that can do some damage, that don't mind what the people think about them. They don't mind coming in there and breaking some bones if they have to. And that's what I've found, Lance, in Bam Bam Bigelow. Idle and Rich, neither one of you ever been in a ring with this guy or anything like him. I can assure you that. Wednesday night, Evansville, Indiana, the hurting's going to start, buddy. Idle, Rich, it's over for you. The King and Bam Bam are going to do you in Wednesday night.
I got to see it.
Array of points of the barbed wire all around the ring. Miller over on Steve, Butch Miller and Stan Lane at it, and Jonathan Boyd going after Paul Diamond with referee Frank Morrell in the middle. Boyd using the barbed wire on Paul Diamond. Butch slamming away on Steve Kerr. Against Butch Miller. Oh, man, Steve's face right next to that barbed wire, and Luke Williams trying his best to rub it across his eyes. Diamond again being assaulted by Boyd in the barbed wire. Butch Miller, Stan Lane, and Steve comes over. Rattles Miller in the back. Oh boy, look at this. Steve grabs the wire. Holds it up on Miller's face. Luke Williams grabs Steve Kern from behind. Stan and Steve still have their chaps on. It just started bang right away. Blood streaming down his face where Boyd has opened it up on that barbed wire. Stan Lane bleeding. Boyd now going after Stan. Butch Miller after Paul Diamond. And Luke Williams trying to rub it into the back of Steve Kern. The Sheepherders having their way right at the moment. Brutal match. Stan bleeding, Paul Diamond, and now Luke working on Steve Kern. Butch Miller. Jonathan on Stan Lane, and look at Luke after Steve. see is Jonathan Boyd grabbing the wire and Stan. Blood streaming down into his eyes now. And poor Paul Diamond, boy, they got off to a bad start on him right away. They just nailed Paul, and he is hurt. The warlord, Jonathan Boyd, swinging away at Diamond again as Miller on Stan, and Steve bleeding all the way across the face. Double-handed by Butch Miller. We're 4 minutes, 25 seconds, and Diamond and the Fabs, all three of them, are bleeding profusely. Jonathan Boyd grabs the American flag that the Fabs brought in. He's using it as a noose around Stan Lane's neck. Grabbing that flag from Jonathan Boyd, and Morrell ripped by Boyd. And nails Luke Williams, and Paul Diamond trying to fight his way back, but he is just about out of it. Steve's face covered with blood as Miller goes over to help Luke Williams out. Boyd comes after Steve Kern. They are spreading the punishment around. Boyd now on Diamond. Kern under the grasp of Boyd, and Butch Miller on Stan Lane. Crowd very quiet as the Fabs and Diamond have not been able to make a showing at all with these Sheepherders in this match. They got the jump, and right away, it was all Sheepherders. Steve whips Boyd into the ropes and the barbed wire. And Jonathan Boyd is down. Miller, Stan by Luke Williams, and Boyd in a standoff with Steve Kern. On his knees, Kern down, Lane pounded, Diamond continues to be pounded. Boy, Diamond, if he wasn't just a strong specimen. Oh, Diamond trying to fight back, but Steve gets Boyd. Look at this. Luke Williams. Diamond gets Miller down. Now Stan and Steve bringing blood from Luke Williams.
noose around the neck of Butch Miller. And Williams knocked back in by Stan Lane. Luke being pounded. Again, he falls into it. And let me tell you, the points on that barbed wire is sharp. Woo. Boy, being put back over into the barbed wire by Paul Diamond. Boy, has got so many holes in him, he's like a sieve. His back, his arm, everywhere is bleeding. Williams nailing Steve, Butch Miller on Stan, but Paul Diamond with Jonathan Boyd. Oh, and down he goes. 1, 2, 3, and they get the victory. Stan Lane, Steve Kern, and Paul Diamond, the winners. In 11 minutes, 1 second, the Fabs and Diamond, the winners. Fired right through the ropes and impaled on that barbed wire. He was bleeding everywhere. The Fabulous Ones come out with a victory in it, and that's all the time that we've got for this week. Again, next week, another hour of great action. Till we see you at that time, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.